How do you kind of have this trust in the Bible that it's purely from God and it tells the pure truth about Jesus?
There is absolutely no way that I or anybody else could show you that the Bible comes from God. How would you do that? See, that's where I was trying to point out to my Muslim friends here. See, their whole insistence, the Quran is the Word of God, the Quran's the Word of God. You can't show that. The same way I can't show that the Bible's the Word of God. You can't show that any book is from God. That's absurd. Totally absurd. Well, then what can you show? You can show that a text is historically accurate or not historically accurate. So, I have the evidence that the Gospels of Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John are historically accurate. Does that mean that there are no manuscript variants? No, it does not. In fact, as Bart Ehrman puts in Misquoting Jesus, that best-selling book, there are between 300,000 and 400,000 manuscript variants in the New Testament, and there are only 140,000 words. So that means, guys, you've got 3 or 4 variants for every word. Okay, but here's what I get really honked off at New Testament professors like at this place. They fail to tell you that those 300 to 400,000 variants, manuscript variations, are found in 20,000 Greek manuscripts. 20,000, which means because the average Greek manuscript of the New Testament is over 400 pages long, these 300 to 400,000 manuscript variants are found in 2.5 million pages. Now just let that sink in. Those 300 to 400,000 manuscript variants, which means, no, we don't have the perfect New Testament. We have a plethora, though, of manuscript evidence that we have what those authors really wrote, okay? So, does that mean the Bible's a Word of God? No. Does it mean the New Testament is historically accurate? Yes. So, simply read the New Testament as history and ask yourself, does the historical evidence of the way Jesus lived, treated people, what he taught, like the Sermon on the Mount, the way he died, loving and forgiving his enemies as he nailed to a wooden crossbeam, and the way he rose from the dead 3 days after he died, does that historical evidence point to him being credible, trustworthy, reliable, or not? And then you decide for yourself.